Welcome back, LilScorpioKing supporters. I'm going to do a reaction to the Afeni Mohab story. So this is basically about the woman who, I don't know if I should say allegedly, because I'll just say alleged. Okay, the woman who allegedly killed the McDonald's worker. I think it was the manager. And this girl right here, she allegedly killed the manager. The manager is right here. I'm not too sure about this story. I mean, I've been seeing it on social media, but I haven't looked into it. You know, I saw little things here, little things there. So that's what I'm watching this for, to really learn more about it. We'll see what's going on. I don't know. I think I have heard about it being about some type of man asking her for, sex or whatever the case may be. She wasn't going for it or something like that. I don't know if that man was her man or something like that. I don't know. Like, that's what we finna learn about. Let's get into it.
To make a positive change, I've already saved many lives. Who I am will always remain. You're damn right. Who I am will always remain. You're damn right.
And to keep it real, bro, just to keep it, look, I'm sorry. Look, I'm gonna just put it like this. All right. I don't want you guys to get mad at me or whatever the case may be. Right. Because, I love women. But this woman in particular, bro, if the story that I heard is really the truth of it was a man involved and he was trying to smash her because I guess he was doing stuff for her or something like that. Bro, she doesn't look good enough to do something for her. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just being real, bro. I'm just being real. All right. It is what it is. Okay. Like, I'm sorry. Like, she just doesn't like you was begging her to smash, bro. I wouldn't even beg her to smash. Like, I mean, I wouldn't even ask her to smash. But at the end of the day, it's like, let alone begging, let alone doing something. Now, I'm not saying not do something for her, like if she needs something, like it's an emergency or something, but I'm just saying like consistently, like basically you doing something for her to smash her, right? Okay, that's cool. But she don't even look good enough to even go through all that. Like, I'm confused. And then you was begging her to smash, according to her, allegedly. Let's get back into it.
Welcome to the channel. Opinionated news, where the you is always for you. So anytime I'm here, come on. 26. Took the life of her manager, Jennifer Williams, at the McDonald's in East Point, Michigan on July 10th, 2025. She is currently incarcerated at the East Point Police Department and being held on a
$25 million bond is crazy. I'm not saying it's crazy far as them giving her the bond like that, but I'm saying it's crazy far as it being 25 million. And what's 10% of 25 million? I can actually look that up right now. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. But we finna get back into it. I'm just looking this up right now. You can skip through, by the way, if you don't want to wait. 2.5 million. So she got to at least come up with 2.5 million to get out. I'm not saying I want her to get out or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish jail on nobody though, so free her, I guess.
$1 million bond. Unfortunately, this is not her first time committing such a heinous act. In Virginia, back in January of 2022, she was charged with the same type of crime. Did the justice system fail? Would Jennifer Harris still be able to be here with her children if it wasn't for the justice system failing as they allowed Afeni Muhammad to be free? Afeni Muhammad was not just having problems in the workplace. She was also struggling mentally and in her home life. Wayne is the guy that Afeni Muhammad was renting a room from. His real name, Ronald Wayne Fisher. Yes, a Michigan registered sex offender.
Whoa.
According to Afeni Muhammad, he was making sexual advances toward.
She was staying with a sex offender?
Her that was not warranted. In the next part of this video.
Okay, so he was making sexual against her without her, pretty much approving of it or even asking for it. Okay, got you. Well, that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to blame this on her, but why did she move in with a sex offender? Like, I need to know more information about that. Because, like, why are you moving in with a sex offender? Not only that, and I'm not making excuses for the guy at all, I'm just talking, but why? Just why?
You're going to watch and see some things that may trigger you. So please watch carefully.
I'm playing my peaceful music so I don't have to listen to you doing this, and you're interrupting my music call on my phone. Please leave me alone.
You told me you never ignore me.
Stop fucking with me! Please! Please leave me alone! I don't want to have sex with you! I don't want to have sex! So stop! I already talked to myself, but I don't want to have sex with you! Okay?
Damn, that's crazy. So what I'm getting so far, just in this video in particular, like I said, I don't know the full story or whatever the case may be. I'm just making a comment. But so she rents from a man that's a sex offender. Okay. He was making sexual comments to her, and according to in this video, he's trying to have sex with her, and she don't want to have sex. And in this video, you see her screaming and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's triggering her. He's triggering her. Because if this is true, from what this video is, transcribing, she's getting triggered and she's just getting angry. And I just see that she either just doesn't know how to deal with the situation, and it's making her tick off. I mean, obviously she is ticked off in this video for sure, but far as on some mental stuff, I can see that too. Because mind you, of course, I'm not saying she shouldn't speak up at all. Like, because I can tell, he's aggravating her and, bothering her with that, having sex with her, and she's not into it. She don't want to do that. So she's getting triggered from that. But just the way she's moving and screaming and stuff like that, I can see some mental whatever, but that still doesn't give the right for him to mess with her or anything like that. You feel me? That's just my assumptions right now of what I'm getting.
She would sit in her room and go on her social media and make several videos about how Wayne was treating her and how she didn't want him around anymore. Listen closely.
You're nagging at me, and I can't fucking take it.
I don't know why you didn't get me. I was in the house.
I'm fucking tired of his voice. I'm fucking tired of his face. He's fucking annoying me. I have to get away from him. That's why we're getting evicted. I have to get away from him.
This particular video was recorded back in April. Seems like she and Wayne were getting evicted, and she was going to have to find somewhere else to go. Listen to the rest of this video.
Because how he makes me feel, it isn't a good feeling. I know what I'm capable of. And I don't want to hurt anyone. I swear to God. I swear on my life. I don't want to hurt anyone. But that's what he's making me feel like. Being around him. I have to get away from him. That's why we're getting evicted. That's why these girls came up in his fucking walls. I have to get away from him. Because I don't want to hurt him. Because I will. I don't want to hurt anybody. I gotta get away from it.
According to my sources, Wayne haven't been seen or heard from in almost 2 weeks. She did have that pocket knife that she flashed to the cameras. She is a unique individual. Let's continue to listen.
I said, I'm not like, dude, I'm not getting the fucking storage with you crazy. Like, he literally thought I'm thinking I'm gonna get a storage. I'm like, no, I'm getting my own storage. I'm not fucking sharing the storage with him. I don't really want to be around this idiot. I don't want to cause no collateral damage. So, angels, if you listen to me right now, fucking help me. Fucking help me.
My sources tell me that Afeni Muhammad was at least living with Wayne since March of 2024. Was her financial status the reason she was stuck there so long? Could more hours at work have helped this situation, Afeni continues to express how she feels about Wayne and her living situation.
She didn't have no family? Because I'm pretty sure she's pretty young. I'll say if her family, at least somebody in her family didn't, try to help, that's messed up. I feel like, even though, she's an adult, what I'm saying? But, y'all, look, man, everybody is not a millionaire. Everybody is not, like, stuff is hard. You feel me? So I feel for that part. But if she put herself in that situation, far as her leaving home, or she's not reaching out or whatever, she's not looking for any help before she takes a move and do that, you know what I'm saying? Then that's another situation. You feel me?
Like, he disgusts me. He's a disturbing image. He looked like a fucking disease. A walking disease. Like, he just looks so disgusting that I just want to, like, oh my gosh, man. I'm just trying to like not say like how I feel right now. I don't want to sound violent, but I swear, man. I'm telling you, I'm not even a bad person at all, I swear. But this just, I don't know what it is. Like, oh my gosh.
It is important to take care of your mental health. Some may have so many questions, like, when did the spiraling begin? Where's her family? Does she not have a support system? Others may say that she's a monster. Are monsters born, or are they created? Could the stress of life cause one to become a monster? From her actions, one can tell that she was battling some serious things. Mental health does not justify criminal acts. Did she premeditate the unaliving of her manager? Where is Wayne? Let's listen as she continues to express herself.
It's this.
Yeah, because look, I ain't approving of no killing or nothing, staying like that. Because what I'm trying to figure out at this moment, right now, at this point, because there's more to come. We're gonna learn more. What I'm trying to understand is, okay, so she unalived her manager, RIP to her manager. That's very sad. But this Wayne guy supposedly, allegedly, was making sexual harassments to her, sexual comments, and she's saying that he's saying that he wants to have sex with her, right? Okay, cool. Again, I'm not promoting violence or anything like that. But if you could kill your manager, and I don't know exactly why she killed her manager. I got to see as this video go along. But did you kill Wayne, my nigga? Because I'm just saying, like, he was making, whatever. And I'm not saying she should kill him or should have killed him or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying, like, did she though? Like, because it wouldn't make sense to kill your manager, but you're not killing the person that's right there, trying to have sex with you and you don't want to and stuff like that and messing with you and stuff like that. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to get it, but let's continue.
Listen, man, it's fucking, he's disturbing me. And I told him, dude, I never was attracted to you. I never was attracted to you.
I never was attracted to you was crazy.
So I don't know why he keep thinking that he can fucking wink his eyes at me and touch my arm or something when I'm driving. Stop fucking touching me!
Even though she would make these rants about Wayne, she was comfortable enough to be in a vehicle with him.
Look, and I ain't gonna lie. Actually, I believe her just on the Wayne part for right now. I believe on the Wayne part just based off Wayne being a sex offender, bro. I believe it. You feel me? So I'm sorry. Yes, I'm prejudging. Now, does that justify her killing him? I can't comment on that. I'm not saying she should. I'm not saying she should. I don't know. I'm not commenting. I can't justify it or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying that. Or I'm not saying she shouldn't have. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, I do believe about this guy thing.
They would even go out in stores together.
He's a disturbing image. Even when we be out, people be looking like, what the fuck is, like, he's disgusting. What?
Where is Wayne? After watching the clips in this video of Afeni Muhammad, what are your thoughts? Is this premeditation? Is this mental health? Or did she just snap? As we continue to follow the story of Afeni Muhammad, the rising phoenix, hopefully some answers will develop, as now 6 children are motherless. Thank you so much for tuning in to Opinionated News, where the U is always for you. Signing out of Detroit, I'm Miss Open.
All right, shout out to her for the video. Let's go to the next video that's dealing with her. Now, as far as the Wayne situation, she unalive that man too. Because I'm trying to make it make sense. Like, I'm just trying to make it make sense to the point where
he always like look at me a certain way or something, and I told him that like I don't want to have sex. I told him that. So it's like, you know, sometimes he would give me something to eat or something if I didn't make anyone on Instacart. I get that, but I told him like I don't want him thinking that that I owe him that just because he do that for me sometimes.
Ladies, you don't.
Yeah, that's a fact. You don't.
I want him to think that I owe him sex. So now like after I told him that, it's like he's been crying and crying and telling.
Oh yeah, because like I agree with that too. Like, back to the comments I was saying, I don't want y'all thinking I was saying, oh, she was cute, and with him doing stuff now, she has to do it. No, I'm not saying that either. So don't get it messed up. I'm not saying that either at all. I was just making a quote unquote, you know, a jokey type ish. I'm saying like, well, it wasn't a joke either. I was dead ass serious. Like, if I'm going to do something for any woman, you're gonna have to be attracted to me, and that's just my preference. Now, I'm not saying if I did, she would have to do something like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if I was, then she would have to be attractive. I was just saying she's not attractive. But let's just get to it. Like, let's keep.
When you think I use it, dismissing everything that I do for him, did for him, dismissing the fact that he had this condition that he's been going through for a long time, and nobody can help him but me. I helped him get through it. And I cook, and you know, I don't have a lot of money, but I still make money at work. But you know, I don't have a car right now. I'm still working to get in a car, and he feels like I owe him sex, and now he's mad and crying and trying to make me feel guilty. I need to just calm down. I'm gonna be okay. But I should have known.
And to be honest with you, again, I don't know about the manager. I don't know why she unalived our manager. I'm gonna look it up in a minute, but because that other video didn't explain why she unalived our manager. But far as what's this guy name? I forgot already, bro. Whatever that white guy name that y'all just saw in the beginning, bro. If all of that's true, I can understand. Again, I don't justify if she unalived him, but I can just get it. I understand. You feel me? She just didn't know how to control. It is something mental there still, though. It's still something mental. Even with that going on, it's still something mental, because I can just tell, bro. Like, it's still something mental. She just didn't know how to ask for help, reach out, call the cops. Like, I don't know, like, do something. But other than taking it that far, unless he put his hand on you or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. But other than that, there's ways around where she didn't have to do all of that. You feel me? But let's keep going, though.
That is absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's definitely sad for sure. Let's see. It's not show anymore. I'm trying to get down to the bottom of this. For sure.
Sincere.
All right. Let me look at something else. Let's see what. See what this one's talking about.
The employee accused of stabbing her manager to death here at this East Point McDonald's was just charged with first-degree murder. We were in court where a judge set her bond at $25 million. And we're also learning more about her history, including videos she posted to Instagram just days before the stabbing.
She can keep being a bully if she wants to, but that is going to catch up to her. I got sent home earlier yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This isn't funny. Like, seriously, man, I got to take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, like, putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. You know, nobody's perfect. It's happens. It happens. You know what I mean? So her, all the animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, then trying to tell me, I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody got to do something about that. It's not funny.
Like, she think she's like trying to make it seem like that she picked off or something. Give a fuck about you telling me about you pulling the gun on a kid. I don't like that doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? That doesn't scare me. If she thought she was trying to intimidate me, that didn't intimidate me at all. I don't give a fuck about her telling me about something with the she did. You sound like a psychopath. The out of here with that
Okay. So now I'm getting a little bit of more clarity on, again, I'm not justifying anything, but I'm getting more of the story of what's going on. You know, we can still continue and stuff like that. But the thing is, so far it's like, okay, basically she's saying is, so she's working for McDonald's. Well, she was working for McDonald's. So she was a worker there. And her manager is basically, I can't really say necessarily messing with her, but she's definitely sending her home or whatever the case may be. And her manager is saying she's doing stuff, whether that's true or not. You know, I just see it as far as what she was saying on her, whatever she was saying on whatever on video, due to her managers just sending her home, she's just pretty much frustrated, and she's just expressing how she feel about the situation. And she really should have kept doing that instead of, you know, offing her manager. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, bro, I get all of that, and I do actually kind of believe, you know, y'all might whatever, but I kind of believe of what the girl who off her manager is saying, as far as, you know, she was like, her manager said she pulled a gun out on the kid and stuff like that. I don't feel like she just made that up in thin air or whatever. Again, I'm not justifying the killing, because what happened to the manager is sad, but I believe it, bro. I believe they did have some, you know, back and forth, you know what I'm saying? But the girl that allegedly, you know, unalived her manager needs to understand she could have switched McDonald's, bro. Because I you know, I get it. You know, I work jobs where the boss, whether it's the manager or whatever, but the boss will correct you on some things if, you know, whatever. And then some managers or whatever, they're not as professional. You feel me? So they might say off the wall stuff like pulling a gun out on the kid and stuff like that. Not saying the manager actually said that, because, you know, this is just he say, she say. So because she's just saying it, that doesn't mean the manager actually said that. I'm not saying the manager did. This is all allegedly. But you'll have some managers that's basically how, you know, how parents will say, or some people will say, you shouldn't have your kids as your friends. So the manager was probably one of those cool managers where she wasn't as professional, and she was, you know, going back and forth with the girl. You feel me? Now the girl do got some mental issues. So I don't know if the manager noticed that or even cared, but people with mental issues, not talking about them or anything like that, or whoever, I don't really care, but it's a certain way you have to deal with them. You feel me? Like, it's a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But she definitely should have went to another McDonald's or got a new job, because at the end of the day, she is an employee. So you can't really, unless the manager does something, or she could have reported the manager to corporate. You feel me? Reported the manager. But it's so many things that she could have done versus unaliving her. That's basically what I'm getting to. And if what she's saying is true, because mind you, we don't know, or at least I don't know yet, but the manager should have never, you know, went on and on. You feel me? Now, as far as the manager sending her home, I can't really say nothing about that, because if the manager feels, it is the manager. Like I said, it's a job at the end of the day. It is a manager. So far as her getting sent home, you know, she probably got mad about that. You know, people got bills and stuff like that too. So I get it. You feel me? So that could have ticked her off even more to unalive her manager. And again, I'm not justifying for it, but that's pretty much what I can come up with as of now. You feel me? But it's still more to the story, because I still don't know the full story. I just got some bits and pieces. Like, we just got some bits and pieces right now. So this is
Detective Showers.
the
please approach
bond
the square
hearing.
two.
And I'm gonna see if I can find a video
Please raise your right hand.
on my
Describe the
phone
information
that
being
goes
provided
more
with
into
sterling
depth
accuracy. To the
about
best of your
her
information, knowledge, and
unaliving
belief,
her
subject to
manager. Like,
disclosure.
what was the
Put your
reason?
hand down. With regard to the defendant, Afeni Muhammad, please set forth the factual basis for the warrant request.
Yeah, she's in
Yes, sir.
court.
71025 McDonald's
This
employee
video.
Afeni Muhammad stabbed McDonald's manager Jennifer Harris multiple times with a kitchen knife at the McDonald's restaurant at 179219 Mile. Harris was not armed at the time and died of her injuries. Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back." Muhammad was arrested on scene and the knife was recovered. Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle. When Muhammad returned to stab Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hood mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity and attempted to flee the scene after the stabbing, but was stopped by an armed customer.
And the requested charges are murder in the first degree, count 2, dangerous weapon carrying with unlawful intent, and there's a habitual second notice offense. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
The warrant is being signed and we can proceed to arraignment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Calling file number 25354, People versus Afeni Badu Muhammad. Counsel appearances for the record, please.
Deputy Governor Sean King, on behalf of the people.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Please, this honorable court, Matthew Conrad, on behalf of Mrs. Muhammad, which who does appear to be a
Your name, please, ma'am.
Afeni Muhammad.
Very good. You're here today for arraignment on the charges of murder in the first degree, premeditated, count 2, carrying a weapon with unlawful intent, and habitual second notice. Mr. Licata, how does your client wish to proceed?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. At this time, my client is asking the court to enter a not guilty plea, and this matter set for a probable cause conference of the preliminary exam. I have advised my client of her rights, as well as the charges against her and potential penalties, and we are ready to proceed on those grounds.
Very good. Ma'am, do you understand the nature of the charges against you to your satisfaction after talking to your attorney?
Yes.
Very good. I will go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Are you requesting a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
I will appoint an attorney to represent you. We'll set this matter for a probable cause conference on.
That girl said, "I am not guilty." I wonder why she feel like she's not guilty. Not guilty of what? Like,
July 23rd, 2025 at 1 p.m. The preliminary examination will be on July 30th, 2025 at 1 p.m. As to bond, Mr. Licata?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Just briefly, my client is 26 years old, does live in Great City of East Point. Your Honor, my client is a high school graduate. In fact, is actually was taking some online classes for college for a physical therapy degree.
bro, I ain't gonna lie though. And again, I'm not making fun of anybody with any mental illness issues, you know what I'm saying? Because your mental is definitely important. You feel me? But y'all know what I'm talking about when I say mental, like a mental situation. I'm talking about like mental, like you're fucking out of your fucking mind. I'm sorry. Like you're crazy. Like I'm not talking about mental as in, you know, you just, you know, you're a little out of the order, just a little bit right now, but you're not on some crazy shit. Because here's the thing. I was attempting to talk to this woman one time, right? Because she's, you know, she look good. You feel me? Like she's straight. You feel me? But it's like, bro, when I met her, it's like, I'm talking about like in an actual setting, like around her, bro. She had a fucking episode. Like, if you ever experienced that with a person like that, bro, we have these episodes. Like she had an episode, bro. And it's like with her being a woman, you feel me? Because if you're a man, I can just bust your ass in your fucking face, no diddy, and move on if that's what I choose to do, or if that's what I needed to do. But she just had a fucking episode out of nowhere. Like everything was cool leading up to, you feel me, actually being in a setting together or whatever the case may be. And when she first came to the setting, you feel me, around me, you feel me, everything was cool for a second. Next thing I know, she had an episode out of nowhere, just started tripping, started saying stuff, you feel me, that didn't even make any sense. That wasn't even the situation or whatever. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I was scared as hell. Not scared as hell as in scared of her, because, you know, I'm good. Like, I'm Gucci. I know if anything needs to taken care of, I know how to take care of situation. But it's like, well, her being a woman is like, okay, you know, you don't want to put no hands on her or anything like that, or whatever the case may be. So you're trying to gradually make this situation go away. Meaning make her go away, get out of the setting. So yeah, so she just ended up, we ended up apart, but I had to basically turn up my niceness 1,000,000,000% and agree with what the fuck she was saying to a certain extent. I had to agree. I'm sorry, I had to, because it's like, and I threatened her, you know, I ain't gonna lie, like I threatened her police, and I'm like, bro, you tripping, like, you feel me? I'm happy I said that too, because I actually made her ass calm down a little bit to at least for us to separate from the setting, because I dodged that one, but the episode was crazy. You wouldn't even expect it. You wouldn't even know it was finna come. So, and it's like, she had just got arrested for something about a week or two prior. So, you know, she was stressing over that. It's just sometimes people, they don't know how to deal with things. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? So it was like, but I could tell it was an episode. It wasn't no one berserk. You feel me? But it was like actual episode. You feel me? So, but that episode come, bro. You ain't no da-da-da-da. Like, I just had to separate, because...
Your Honor, there are some disturbing facts in this particular matter, but there are facts that haven't been brought out yet, and my client is extremely anxious to have those facts brought to light during the pendency of this case. She was in an extremely abusive relationship that was not only mental but physical, that involved alcohol issues, which is where the habitual second stems from, and her prior record. Your Honor, my client is a helpful person. She's a giving person. She's actually is credited with saving a life because of a 60-year-old who has skin cancer that she may go to the doctor to find out that that's exactly what it was. That person is doing extremely well right now. I understand the facts that have been laid out today in the warrant, but at this time, Your Honor, we are asking the court to consider a bond in this matter that is appropriate, that my client can meet, so that she can meet with her attorneys and prepare her for defense in this matter. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of the people?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Pursuant to court rule, the court is well within its authority to grant no bond involving any case involving murder. In this case, we are requesting no bond for this defendant. Also provided within the court rules are certain factors for this court to consider when determining whether to grant any bond at all. And in this case, we're requesting no bond as I indicated.
Okay, so yeah, the defense team, it was like, we don't want to give her no bond. We don't want her with no bond.
First of all, the court can consider whether or not this defendant is a threat to the community. She entered a public building with other individuals, other employees that were present. She produced a weapon that was a knife longer than 3 inches, and she stabbed the victim multiple times, up to possibly as many as 15 times, eventually causing her death. There were other employees that were present at the time.
She stabbed her 15 times
after the stabbing occurred. That alone is enough to show that there is a threat to the community. She then ran from the building to her vehicle, presumably with the intent to flee from the scene. She was stopped by a helpful bystander.
Shit, she can't be that goddamn crazy. If she gonna run from the scene, at least stand on it, nigga. Like, shit. Like, what you running for?
You're also able to consider the likelihood of conviction in this case, given the facts as laid out by Detective Showers and the information that the prosecutors have reviewed in order to charge this defendant. There is a very high likelihood of conviction. And then finally, the defendant does have a prior instance of at least one that I'm aware that involved a stabbing, similar obviously to the stabbing that occurred in this case involving a knife. So given all of those factors and given the fact that this...
Okay, so she already had an incident before where she stabbed somebody with a knife. Girl, your ass is guilty. Or at least the jury gonna find your ass guilty, because you already had an incident stabbing somebody already.
Give no bond to defendants charged with murder. I am asking at this time for no.
So you can't even, I mean, you could claim self-defense, or you could claim whatever. I mean, if anything, your ass better claim crazy. I mean, we could clearly see that you kind of out of there. You feel me? You know, it's, you know, with the exception of, you know, what whoever that guy was allegedly did, you feel me, or whatever. But we can get that.
Thank you, counsel. The court has reviewed the charges and the circumstances surrounding this case. The defendant is facing various serious charges, including murder in the first degree, which is one of the most serious criminal offenses in our state, carrying penalties up to life without parole. Additionally, carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent further underscores defendant's potential threat to public safety. Defendant has a prior criminal record out of Virginia for malicious wounding, It was actually felony malicious wounding that was reduced to unlawful bodily injury concerning a stabbing, and that is what gives rise to the habitual second. And in determining bond, the court must look to the factors outlined in Michigan Court Rule 6.106. Number one, the seriousness of the offense and the danger posed to the community. The charges here involved a violent crime with a weapon, indicating a substantial risk to the public. The court finds there is a significant threat to public safety, and therefore the bond must reflect that risk. Number two, the weight of the evidence against the defendant. While the evidence is not...
Because here's the thing. Again, y'all, I'm just saying my thoughts, right? I'm not justifying anything. Like, I don't agree with killing unless it's self-defense, unless somebody coming at you and trying to kill you for real. Yeah. Or if somebody mess with a little kid and that little kid is yours or whatever the case may be, at that point, man, I can't tell you what to do. So that's those only two I'll take account is for, or, of course, somebody messing with your family, trying to hurt them type shit. And whatever. That's the only things I can really justify for. But it's like, bro, I can kind of understand if she unalived that man. You feel me? More than her unaliving her manager. Because unaliving her manager just because she told you to go home is crazy.
It's not fully before us, and the defendant is cloaked with the presumption of...
Shoot, why you didn't just beat her ass? If you that mad and you that whatever... I'm not justifying that either, but shit, why you just, I'd rather try to beat her manager ass, I guess, like, because y'all was saying little stuff back to each other, allegedly, according to, the girl that unalived her manager. Just beat her up, nigga. And then at that point, your ass is gonna get fired, of course, but,
of innocence. The nature of the charges, along with the prior criminal history, suggests that there's substantial evidence against the defendant. Defendant's criminal history: the defendant has a violent criminal past. The history supports the court's concern that the defendant may engage in further violent conduct if she is released. The defendant's ties to the community: while the defendant is relatively young at 26 years of age, there's no indication that she...
Oh, damn, she's 26. The girl that unalived her manager is 26. Okay. But she's young.
Has any significant stabilizing ties to the community that would ensure her return for court appearances. Without these ties, the court is concerned about the likelihood of flight. Number 5, defendant's risk of fleeing or failing to appear. Due to the severity of the charges and the habitual offender status, it makes the defendant a high risk for flight. The court finds that this factor weighs heavily in favor of a high bond amount. Substance abuse or mental treatment: although there are no reports at this time suggesting that the defendant suffers from mental health or substance abuse issues that would mitigate the risks posed by defendant's release, the court is, after considering all of these factors, going to be setting bond at $25 million, cash surety only, with conditions. If the defendant is able to meet those conditions, she must be on a GPS steel cuff tether. She is not to leave the state of Michigan. She is to report her address within 24 hours of... She must report any change of address within 24 hours. There would be stringent daily contact with community corrections as to her whereabouts. She also would be required to have alcohol and drug testing as condition of her release. There would be no contact with the family of the decedent. Any witnesses, she is not to return to McDonald's. And if she is unable to post the 24...
I mean, of course, duh. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. You don't gotta say she can't return to McDonald's. Of course she's fired, nigga. Whether she's innocent or not, or guilty. Clearly she's guilty, but
$5 million bond. She will remain in custody pending further proceedings. And that concludes.
All right, so the defense team was like, give her no bond, but the judge still gave her a bond, $25 million. Like, I'm sorry to bring this into it, but they didn't, and mind you, this does not mean I believe these folks that I'm finna mention is guilty or innocent. Right? Like, I'm just using examples. I have to let y'all know because I don't want y'all to take it too serious, bro. I'm just commenting at the moment, reacting. So the thing is, take like a Lil Durk or Diddy when they didn't have no bond. And this case is kind of clear as day, right? Even though she hasn't been proven innocent or guilty yet, right? Because she hasn't went to trial yet. Well, even if she's going to, well, clearly she is going to take it to trial because she says she's not guilty. So there goes that. But yeah, so you can give Diddy, again, whether they are innocent or guilty, but you can't give Diddy or Lil Durk a bond, but you can give her a bond. So like, that's what I'm confused about. It's like, not saying she should or shouldn't get a bond. I'm just saying, as far as, whatever, it's like, that's kind of confusing. Like, Why did she get a bond? Even though it's high and nobody's pretty much going to pay it, because she's definitely not going to be able to pay it because she works at McDonald's, right? Which is nothing wrong with McDonald's. So don't think I'm being funny. I'm just saying she works at McDonald's. So how the hell is she going to have $25 million? She's not even a millionaire. So what the hell? But not for real. What the hell? But no, for real. Like, why does she got a bond?
This matter for today. We will see you back here, ma'am, on July 23rd at 1 o'clock for your probable cause conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're all set, ma'am.
No, we're gonna watch one more. Watch one more. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.
Everybody, I'm Rupert.
And I'm Taryn Asher. We begin with a heartbreaking loss for one Metro Detroit family dealing really with an unthinkable tragedy.
Yeah, Taryn, what began as a normal day at work quickly turned violent. A mother of 6 stabbed to death at an East Point McDonald's while doing her job.
And Fox News' Camila Mary joining us live with the very latest. And Camila, we understand you have spoken now with the woman's family. I mean, it's hard to imagine what they're going through.
Yeah, I mean, we were here all day, and then family members started showing up this afternoon, one after another, all coming back to the scene of the crime. She has 6 children, as you said, ages 5 to 20, and some of the littlest ones were here. And let me tell you, it was absolutely heartbreaking.
My mom was a good person. She was the best mom anybody could ever ask for.
Jennifer Harris, a single mother of 6, a manager at McDonald's, fatally stabbed Thursday morning by one of her employees, according to police.
My mama, she woke up every day and went to work for us. My mama died trying to take care of us.
It happened right before 8 o'clock at the McDonald's on 9 Mile in East Point.
From our understanding, it happened near the drive-through window inside of the building, so in the employee area.
Investigators say it started as a verbal dispute between Harris and her employee. Harris asked the woman to leave, but
she came back with a mask on her face, and the only thing I seen was her hands. That's how I knew it was her. And she started stabbing her. I tried to stop her. It was no stopping her. She stabbed her everywhere.
Police say a customer, a CPL holder in line at the drive-thru, witnessed the stabbing and shot his gun in the air, attempting to stop the crime. The suspect ran out of the fast food restaurant, the CPL holder getting out of his car and holding her at gunpoint until police arrived.
He absolutely did the right thing. He showed, so to speak, heroism.
Harris's family members beside themselves with grief.
We met the lady and everything. I don't understand why she had to kill her. My mama was
in the air, attempting. Police say a customer, a CPL holder in line at the drive-thru, witnessed the stabbing and shot his gun in the air, attempting to stop the crime. The suspect ran out of the fast food restaurant, the CPL holder getting out of his car and holding her at gunpoint until police arrived.
Oh, dang. So the customer that was there, they held her until the police came. Okay, well, he did have a gun, because I was like, bro, she crazy. She got a knife, nigga. You gonna goddamn hold her. Well, that's the only time. That's the only time they'll justify that as, because you can't just hold somebody like that. But when they do something, you can. That's the only time you can hold them like that. So that's what's up.
He did the right thing. He showed, so to speak, heroism.
Harris's family members beside themselves with grief.
We met the lady and everything. I don't understand why she had to kill her. My mama was even good to her. She was good to everybody.
It's just so incredibly sad. The children's father is incarcerated. They told us that when we met with them earlier today. So it was just their mom and them. The suspect is 26 years old. And of course, we expect her to be arraigned possibly tomorrow or the next day, hoping to learn more about what led up to this. Meanwhile, Jennifer worked here. She went by the name of Gemma, and she worked here for 15 years. So, I mean, just a horrible, horrible story all around. There is absolutely nothing that makes sense about this. Reporting live in East Point, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Camila, I know that Gemma and that other person had an argument today. The suspect comes back stabbing her. But do we know if this was an ongoing fight beyond today between the two of them? Are family members saying anything about that?
They're not. I mean, we're going to hear more about that situation at the 6 o'clock show. But from every intents and purposes that we've been able to learn, that the suspect actually went out of her way to be nice to the children. All of them here at McDonald's, they would hang out sometimes here. So you're going to hear more about that relationship at 6 o'clock. But they just can't understand this because they say it's so out of the blue. And what led up to this, why she did this, that, of course, remains to be seen. But, of course, we'll have a lot more tonight.
Man, that's sad. That's sad. Mm-hmm.
Loved ones of the single mother and McDonald's manager who was stabbed to death while on the job returned to the scene of the crime. This time they're honoring her life. Good evening. I'm Brandon Hudson.
And I'm Taryn Asher. It happened last week at the East Point McDonald's. Her co-worker accused of killing her, leaving the community devastated. Fox News' Camila Murray joining us now live from this vigil. And wow, we see all the people behind you. It left a lot of people just truly asking a lot of questions, Camille.
Yeah, an absolutely horrible story we've been covering since the very beginning. And yes, as you can see, a lot of people here getting ready to honor her and pay tribute to Jennifer Harris, 39 years old, single mother of 6, loved by so many, a manager here for 15 years here at this McDonald's. I want you to take a look at her picture and some video from what happened on Thursday, and let's talk about that. I'm sure many of our viewers remember this happened on Thursday morning. She got into a sort of altercation with one of the employees. According to police, she sent that employee home because that employee was not doing their performed duties. This is all according to sworn testimony from a detective in court on Friday. So that employee leaves and comes back about 5 minutes later and allegedly stabs Jennifer Harris several times in the drive-through area inside. Somebody witnesses it. They are a CPL holder, and they've actually pulled up waiting for their food. They shot a gun into the air to try to stop everything, but it was too late. And then they actually held the suspect in custody at gunpoint until police were able to get there. Obviously, this is so devastating for so many people. We got a chance to talk to family members last week when this first happened, and I want you to listen to some of this emotional sound from one of Jennifer Harris's oldest children. She is Antonio Griffin. Take a listen.
My mom was a good person. She was the best mom anybody could ever ask for. She woke up every day and went to work for us. My mama died trying to take care of us. She was so good to everybody. A hard-working woman, so kind. If anybody needed help, she would give you her last, give you the shirt off her back.
So here we are. This vigil is about to start at any moment. You can hear them announcing. We're going to be out here, of course, covering this entire thing and bring you the latest coming up tonight at 6. Reporting live at East Point, Camila Murray, Fox 2 News.
Camille, is the McDonald's putting this on to honor this employee? I mean, we see so many people behind her. Are they also trying to raise money for the family since this was a single mother? She had several children, and obviously they are devastated.
Yes, and the owner of this franchise is actually paying for the whole funeral and has set up a trust for the family, for the 6 children, and there's a GoFundMe as well that we'll be putting on our website, fox2detroit.com. But yeah, McDonald's is part of this vigil. They moved it inside because of the heat. There's some beautiful red and white balloons that we're going to be seeing out in the air tonight at the end of this, but again, staying inside because of the heat and just trying to accommodate everybody here. But I think it's going to be a very moving ceremony. You can see all of us have pictures of stickers that they gave us to honor Jennifer Harris, so definitely a very touching scene here.
Yeah, our hearts go out to the family, that's for sure. We'll talk to you a little bit later.
Yeah, so I know how it feels to lose a mother, so that's definitely sad for sure. I definitely feel for her kids. But my overall thoughts on this situation so far, because we still don't know officially what led up to that. We know a sneak peek of what led up to that, but we don't know. And even if the manager was saying stuff to her, like basically, even if they was going back and forth every now and then, it still doesn't give the right for, the woman to allegedly unalive her. Like I said, I more feel like the chick that unalive her, pretty much with her allegedly having mental issues, she just couldn't handle it. You feel me? And she just snapped, especially if she's talking about the sex offender guy that she was staying with, whatever, was messing with her or whatever, for real. Because I believe that way more for sure, 100%. But she just couldn't handle it, and she just snapped because she probably wasn't doing her duties for real. You know what I'm saying? She probably wasn't doing what she was supposed to do. And, she got bills and stuff. So she's like, dang, bro, you keep sending me home, even though she probably wasn't doing what she was supposed to do, or the manager at least thought she wasn't doing what she was supposed to do, right? And just with her manager sending her home, it's like, F it. You feel me? And it still don't make sense too, because it's like, okay, so you're gonna kill your manager because she keeps sending you home versus reporting her to corporate or switching to another McDonald's. Or applying for another McDonald's, or applying for a new job. Because at the end of the day, that's a job. Now, I'm not approving of if her manager was treating her badly or just making up stuff to sit her home about. That's not cool either. You feel me? But it still does not justify her killing her manager. It still doesn't. It just don't. It don't. Because so much things you could have done before you ever even thinking about offering her. You feel me? Allegedly. So, yeah, that's my thoughts for that for right now. I got to just find out more So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. That's it for now. Make sure y'all tap the links in my description.